Good morning, UK. Good evening, Melbourne. And welcome to the Precious.Collective at Radiant Pavilion, the quiz. So welcome to the ultimate quiz to beat all quizzes. We are here in the UK, myself, Spam Glam, hosting your quiz, and Lynn, the beautiful Lynn, on our chat this morning, / this evening, / this afternoon, / the middle of the night, wherever you are, really. And we're trying to get things going. It seems to be a little bit of technical glitching happening here. Bear with us just a few moments. But essentially, we should be going live any second. Get this up and running. Excuse the glitchiness. We did, believe it or not, we did actually do a test the other day and it worked fine. So it could just be me. Right, in the meantime though, let's get this show on the road, hopefully. Hopefully this is all working. Hopefully I'm sharing things with you. Just need to liaise with my partner in crime over here, make sure that we've got it going. Right, I'm not sure if anybody can see anything. Let me see if I can get it going. Right, okay, so I've been assured that you can hear me, so I'll keep yapping. That's something I'm very good at doing. In the meantime, let's see if I can get important stuff happening and see where it takes us. I think I cracked it this time. I think it's just that morning bump here. Probably evening bump. I did consider getting up at 10 o'clock this morning and having a G&T, but figured it was probably a bit too early for that. So hopefully we got this show on the road now. Waiting to hear from Lynn. Can see things happening. Hopefully we will be getting visuals pretty soon. And maybe if the lady in the chat box can hear me, here we go. We got this show on the road, right? Ladies, gents, and everybody who wants to be here today, if this is working, welcome to the Precious.Collective quiz at last. Here we go. Right. I'm going to roll with this. And if the visuals don't come up, then maybe we'll just do it kind of as a verbal quiz. Promise you, we did practice this and it worked incredibly well. Only yesterday. So here we go. Welcome to the ultimate quiz to beat all quizzes. It's 3 rounds we have here for you. 40 points up for grabs, all in all. There are 10 points in the first round, 20 points in the second round, and 10 points in the last round. Will you win one of our prizes? How well do you know our artists? And do we actually have any prizes? That's the big question. Round 1 is fun facts. Round 2 is called Picture This. And round 3 is Work This Way. Each round will reveal a bit more information about our selected artists who are taking part in this year's Radiant Pavilion, but are all also in the Precious.Collective. So here we go. Trying to get a visual on our YouTube channel at the moment. Not sure that it is actually visually keeping up with me, but Lynn assures me that I can still be heard. So I'm just going to go with that. Let's roll, kick it with that. So Oh. Right, so hopefully we can get going. Lynn, if you can hear me out there, can you let me know if any of the quiz is coming up yet? And apologies for the technical nonsense. I'm not entirely sure what is happening. Do you know what? I'm going to put it down to the internet. Wonderful, wonderful internet that we all rely on so heavily. It's just fabulous, isn't it? Here we go. Let's try and get this. Yes, so the quiz is coming up. All good this end. Wonderful. It's just me that's glitching. I will stop glitching and get on with this quiz. You guys have got days to get on with, haven't you? Anyway, so round one is fun facts. So we're going to find out a little bit more about 10 of our precious members. Can you guess who is who, though? Most of the questions are non-jewelry related, so you get a little bit more info on our artist. There are 10 multiple choice questions with 4 possible answers. Only one is correct. 1 point per correct answer. Now, you're going to have to keep score because I'm not psychic, as this exercise has clearly demonstrated. 10 points up for grabs. Are you ready? Here we go. Question 1. Which of our artists likes to listen to a podcast called You're Wrong About whilst they're making? Is it Emily Ledez? Is it Lynn Speak? Is it Rebecca Walklet? Or is it Rachel Colley? Now I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to pen down an answer before I reveal the answer right now. And the answer is, pick one at random if you don't know, Rachel Colley. Question 2. Which of our superb artists has worked with this famous face? Is it Melissa Hampson-Smith? Is it Melis Agabigum? Is it Monique Lacuna? Or is it Teresa Faris? Now, in advance, I should probably apologise for my pronunciation. I have done my best to practice this and get names right. If I get it wrong, come and find me after the quiz and give me a right having a go at, or just tell me how to pronounce your name properly, and I apologise in advance. So who's the famous face and who has worked with her? It's Melissa Hampson-Smith. And of course, the woman in the image is the one and only Yoko Ono. Question 3, here we go. Who claims to love the sound of ice when it falls into hot tea? Is it Jamie Kroger? Is it Svetlana Prigodic? Is it Vanessa Kubach? Or is it Gemma Canal? Again, apologies if I pronounced your name wrong. I will do my absolute best next time to get it right if I have. And of course, if you are this artist or if you know this artist, you will know that the answer is Gemma Canal. On to question 4. Which one of our artists, as well as making jewellery, is a musician who makes music with a modular synthesizer? Is it Agnes Woe? Is it Juanjo Garcia Martin? Is it Taiba Palacios? Or is it Victoria Munska? Now, give you a few seconds to try and work this one out. Got a little bit of a magic moment here coming up for you, who also makes music with a modular synthesizer. It is the one and only Juanjo Garcia Martin. There we go. Question 5. A mushy pea sandwich is one of our artists' favourite foods, but whose? Is it Hayley Graflin? Is it Alison Brown? Is it Faye Hall? Or is it me, Spanglam? Ooh, what do we think? What do we think? Who would like a mushy pea sandwich? A few more seconds to pop an answer down, but the answer is Faye Hall. Never thought of having a mushy pea sandwich until she mentioned it. I think I might have to try it next time. Question 6. When this artist was only 12 years old, they started remodelling their mother's jewellery and claim this to be the first time they did anything related to jewellery. Who could it be? Is it Victoria Munska? Is it Juan Oni? Is it Elisabetta Nevola? Or is it Juan Riochet? What do you guys think? I'm sure all of us as makers probably started remodeling and doing jewelry things when we were much younger and didn't realise, but this particular artist is Victoria Munska. Question 7. Who once had breakfast with Ayrton Senna? For anyone who doesn't know, Ayrton Senna was a very famous Brazilian F1 driver, Formula 1 driver, sorry. Was it Span Glam? Was it Alison Brown? Was it Rachel Colley? Or was it Jamie Kroger? Oh, fingers on buzzers. Who thinks what? Who could it be? The answer is Alison Brown. Question 8. Which one of our artists loves pistachio ice cream? Is it Vanessa Kubach? Is it Teresa Faris? Is it Emily Ledez or is it Monique Lacuna? And here we go, your answer for this one. If you're still not sure, pick one at random. Our answer is Emily Ledez. Question 9. Who has been teaching contemporary jewellery projects in an arts and design school in Barcelona for the last 10 years? Is it Juan João Garcia Martin? Is it Agnes Woe? Is it Faye Hall? Or is it Elisabetta Nivola? Oh, one of my favourite cities, Barcelona. And the answer to this particular doozy is, of course, Agnes Woe. Question 10. Which jewellery artist has a fear of snails? Is it Hayley Graflin? Is it Melis Agabigum? Is it Svetlana Prigodic? Or is it Juan Jaime? And just in case they're taking part in this, I tried not to use a real picture of a snail so as not to trigger anything. Hopefully this one isn't too scary. And the answer to this one is Hayley Graflin. So how did you do? That's the end of round 1. And we're now moving on to round 2. How many points are we going with? Who's got what? Who's in the lead? Who's actually taking score? Who's just doing this because there's nothing else going on this morning, this evening or this afternoon? Right. So we're going to move on to round 2, which I've called Picture This. And the idea is that you'll get a closer look at our artist's work. All images are close up on works exhibited by Precious.Collective at Radiant Pavilion this year. Can you guess which picture belongs to which artist? There will be 20 close-up images, 1 point per correct answer, and 20 points up for grabs, all in all. Now, tip here is that there will be a reminder of all the exhibiting artists in the right, well, it says right-hand corner, but it's on the right side of the screen, and no artist will have work pictured more than once. So it's a great way of getting a refresher or an insight into the artists that we have exhibiting this year at Radiant Pavilion, and a closer look at some little details. Are you ready? This is image 1, but whose work is it? And as you can see alongside it, there's the 22 exhibiting artists in alphabetical order, no preferential order here. Can you guess whose work it is? Give you a couple of seconds more, but the answer is, it's me, it's Span Glam. There we go. Move on to whose work could this be? Give you a little bit of insight into this artist. They absolutely love citrus fruits, but unfortunately can't eat them. So, does that help you? Does that give you any clues? Does that really not help at all? Am I just prattling on for the sake of not leaving silence? It's a strong possibility as well. The answer to image 2 is, of course, is Rachel Colley. Moving on to image 3. Oh, now who would include that kind of granulation in their work? Who could it be? Very colourful artist. Lots of different materials. Bit of a fangirl of this artist as well, if I'm honest. The answer is, of course, Victoria Muska. Right, here we go. Moving on to image 4. Who could this be? Lots of intricate detail. Could give you a little hint. This person's a fan of a mushy pea sandwich. What do we reckon? Leaving you silence there just to prove that I am able to leave silence. The answer to image 4 is, scroll down the list and pick one at random if you're not sure, but I feel like the last hint may have helped. It is, of course, Faye Hall. Image 5. Now, this wonderful artist, and here's another little hint for you because I realise it's not an easy quiz. Hopefully it's got you thinking. Likes to create fragrances that run alongside their work. And they have, I did have a figure of how many plus fragrances they had, but let's just say it's a lot. They have a lot of amazing fragrances they've created themselves. Can you guess? This artist is Svetlana Prigodic. Image 6. Now, who could this be? Any thoughts? Yeah, gonna reveal the answer. Are you ready? It is the wonderful Gemma Canal. Image 7. Here we go. Now, little insight for you on this particular artist. As an enameling, oh, let me get the word out, an enameling artist. They say that they think that the reason they do enameling is because the kiln can keep them warm in winter. Because where they work gets pretty cold at winter time. And the answer is Jamie Kroger. Here we go, moving on to image 8. Image 8. A ceramic artist turned jeweler. Who could this person be? I'll pick a name at random if you're not sure. And here we go with the answer. It is Alison Brown. There we go. Moving on to image 9. Now, this artist was inspired by an image of Joan of Arc for her piece. There you go. There's a hint for you for her piece. Can you guess who it is? It is, of course, the wonderful Monique Lacuna. Look at that. And now, image 10. Whose work could this be? So obviously got a close-up on her hand here. What's on the hand? Yes? Go on, pick a name at random. Yes, of course, Agnes Wow. Formerly an architect. Image 11. Who could it be? And this lovely artist will also be exhibiting with us during the Precious Collective Online Jewellery Week, which is happening at the end of the month. So be sure to check that out if you're not already aware of it. And the answer to this one is, of course, Teresa Faris. Now, image 12. Who has created this beautiful detail? Image 12 is, of course, Elisabetta Novola. Beautiful, beautiful piece. And moving on to image 13. So there's only 20 images in this category. You'll be relieved to hear. You're probably thinking, oh my God, why was there not just 10? And I'm here to challenge you this Tuesday evening, afternoon, morning, night, tea time. The answer to this image is Emily Ledez. Moving on to image 14. Who could this be? Any clues, any ideas, any thoughts? I'm going to go in with an answer any second now. The answer is Tabor Palacios. And image 15. What are we thinking? Who could it be? Obviously, with that beautiful detail is a clasp, but whose clasp is it? Well, we must be narrowing down in the numbers now. Let's pick a number at random or a name at random, and let's go with it. Who could it be? It is, of course, Melis Agabigam. And here we have image 16. Now, if you know this person's work, there is no way you can miss who this is. You'll know instantly that this is the work of Rebecca Walklett. That detail. Oh, lovely. Moving on to image 17. Who could this work belong to? Any thoughts? Shall I let you in? Go on then, I'll let you in. The answer is Vanessa Kubach. And image 18. Who have we got here? Again, if you know this artist's work, it is instantly recognisable. It was hard not to find a close-up on this person's work without instantly recognising hers. What fun and what colourful work. And of course, it is the work of the wonderful Melissa Hampson-Smith, who is bossing it with this quiz, as I can see online at the moment. Big up. Image 19. Who could this be? You must be running short of names of who it could be by now. I must have crossed out quite a few. So come on, tell me who it is. Shout at your screen if you need to, or type on our chat. But either way, I'm going to reveal the answer. It's Hayley Grafflin. Not Graffin, as the slide is probably showing you. For some reason, I cannot get that L to appear. It never wanted to appear, but there is an L there. And image 20, the last of this picture round, you will be so relieved to hear, I'm sure. This illuminating artist also makes music. Come on, that's got to be a big hint here now if you didn't know already. It is, of course, the wonderful Juanjo Garcia Martin. How did you do? Did you get 20 points? I got 20 points. Doing all right here, but then I do have the slight advantage of having the answers in front of me. Anyway, we're moving on to round 3, get the show on the road with Work This Way. And we're going to find out a little bit more about 10 more of our Precious members, but can you guess who is who? All of these questions are more jewellery related and related to the work that these artists have created for the Radiant Pavilion show. So might be a bit easier to guess if you don't know them. Again, there's 10 multiple choice questions, 1 point per correct answer with 4 possible options. 10 points up for grabs, and again, the answers will be revealed straight after the question. Are you ready? Here we go with the last round. Question 1. Who claims that much of the motivation behind their work comes from examining the relationship that people have with the outdoors? Is it Emily Ledez? Is it Lynn Speak? Is it Jamie Kroger? Or is it Rachel Colley? I'm going to give you a few seconds to answer this. What do you think? The answer is, of course, Jamie Kroger. Question 2. Which of our talented artists used parts of Limoges plates from 1906 in their piece? Was it, and it wasn't these actual plates, I have to let you know in the image. Was it Melissa Hampson Smith? Was it Melis Agabigun? Was it Monique Lacuna? Or was it Teresa Farris? What do we think? I'll give you a few seconds more if you're not sure. Pick a name at random and let's go with it. The answer is, of course, the one, the only, Monique Lacuna. Bit of emphasis there, keyboard. Woo. Question 3. Whose piece, now forgive me on the pronunciations here, I speak a bit of Spanish, but it's not totally up to scratch. Whose piece is made of treated cochoyuyo and huiro types of seaweed found along the coast of Chile from Patagonia to the Atacama Desert? Is it Taiba Palacios? Is it Svetlana Prigodic? Is it Vanessa Kubach? Or is it Gemma Canal? Where are we going here? Where are we going? Who do we think it might be? I'm going to let you in on a secret. The answer is Taiba Palacios. Question 4, my lovelies. Which one of our artists collects jewellery with their boyfriend and has around 180 pieces? A little hint for you here, a little clue, that the image here is just part of their large collection. Is it Agnes Woe? Is it Juanjo Garcia Martin? Is it Juan Hani? Or is it Victoria Munsker? What do we think? Those of you who follow this person on Instagram, you will instantly know who this is. Unmistakably so, it is Juan Hani. Question 5. Whose interpretation... Oh, I'll start again with my tongue actually in my mouth this time. Whose inspiration for the jewellery in this collection was the movie Four Adventures of Raynette and Mirabelle by Eric Romer, which was made in 1987? Was it Svetlana Prigodic? Was it Alison Brown? Was it Spanglam? Was it Emily Ledez? Give you a few seconds to answer this one. See where we go. I'm hearing through the grapevine here that Melissa, you are doing particularly well with this quiz. Keep going, we're nearly there. 5 more questions. The answer is, of course, to this one, Svetlana Prigodic. Moving on to question 6. To help them with the technical part of the construction of their piece, which one of our artists reinterpreted an ancient technique indicated by Leonardo da Vinci in a collection of his writings? There's a little illustration of Mr. da Vinci there. Was it Rebecca Walklet? Was it Juan Ani? Was it Elisabetta Nevola? Or was it Juan Hirsch? There you go, another bit of silence. Proof, again, I can do silence. Not particularly well for very long. It's possible though. The answer to this doozy is, of course, Elisabetta Nevola. Question 7. We're coming up towards the end, guys and gals and everyone. Whose piece for Precious Things in Times of Uncertainty, the title of our show for Radiant Pavilion, was inspired by the flower of their apricot tree? Was it Jamie Kroger? Was it Alison Brown? Was it Rachel Colley? Or was it Vanessa Kubach? Now, I'm not convinced that it's this particular image that inspired their work, and I'm not entirely sure what breed of apricot this particular blossom is, but it is an apricot blossom. Probably very similar. I'm going to give you an answer instead of waffling on about apricot blossoms. The answer is Vanessa Kubach. Question 8. Who was so obsessed with making jewellery when they were 10 out of wire, beads and softened glass found on the beach that they used to travel with a mini toolkit when they went on family holidays? Was it Melis Agabigun? Was it Teresa Farris? Was it Spanglam? Or was it Monique Lacuna? I'm being told that my face needs to be seen at the end of this, so you'll be lucky or unlucky enough to see that. But the answer to this question for now is me, Spam Glam. Yes, I used to travel around with a mini toolkit when I was 10. Oh, gone are the days. Question 9. Who is massively inspired by erosion, peeling paint, things that people do not notice, hidden pieces of art just waiting to be found, abstract glimpses and things that people throw away? Is it Juanjo Garcia Martin? Is it Lynn Speak? Is it Faye Hall? Or is it Elisabetta Nivola? Give you a few seconds to answer this one. Many of you out there will probably already know this one, and if you don't, you will shortly know that the answer to this particular question is the wonderful, the magnificent, the all impressive and omnipresent, it would seem, Lynn Speak. Question 10. Our final question of the whole quiz. Which jewellery artist also owns and runs their own contemporary jewellery gallery? Is it Lynn Speak? Is it Juan Hirschek? Or is it Svetlana Prigodic? Or could it even be Juan Army? And I think you will all know the answer to this. And if you don't, then shame on you. Not really, but you'll know now. One of the fabulous organisers of this event, it's of course Juan, our wonderful Juan Hirschek, who has fantastically put on the show in the gallery over the last few months, and just gutted haven't been able to get down there to see it. Those of you who have seen it, and a corker. So suffice to say, this is the end. How did you do? What did you get? Did you score an almighty 40 like Melissa Hanson-Smith? Did you? Where are we going with this? Anyway, I just wanted to say, on behalf of all of us here, thank you for joining us, and don't miss the exhibition that can be found at precious.collective.com/radiant-pavilion.html. There until the 27th. Lynn and Juan have worked very hard to get this together. Predominantly Lynn doing everything online, all the website, social media, keeping spirits and morales going. Big up your fine self, Lynn. And just for everyone joining in, here is a token trophy for our winner. In case you hadn't guessed, that's every single one of you for taking part. You are our winners. Thank you for joining us with this quiz. Thank you for can I say again, thank you for joining us, basically. Don't forget to come and check out the exhibition online. Don't forget to interact with us on social media, Precious Collective on social media, on Instagram. And I'm now being told that I must show my face. So you unfortunate souls, here I am as a thank you for all of us for joining us today, for supporting Precious Collective, for supporting Radiant Pavilion, and for having fun with us today. I think that 40 minutes out of your day is about as much as I can steal from you. So please do feel free to join us again next time we're hosting any of these live events. Check out the exhibition. And don't forget to join us between the 22nd and 27th of September for Precious Collective Online Jewellery Week, where we are having live events from the opening day right up until the closing day, as well as exhibitions live on the website. More information to follow, but don't miss it. Don't miss any of it. Thank you for all of the artists for participating and sending us such fantastic facts about themselves and their work. It's been truly an honour and a pleasure putting the quiz together for you guys, and look forward to seeing you soon. Ciao, arrivederci, sayonara, bye.